Hey, today's yoga ball practice is all about releasing through the neck. We're going to do some shoulder work. We'll also release our quadriceps and the sides of our body. So you'll want to have with you your big yoga ball, at least one blanket, maybe two, and let's get started. Hey, so for today's yoga practice, we're going to be using the yoga ball to release our neck and shoulders, but we're going to actually start without the yoga ball. Do have it nearby, but you'll want to lay down onto your left side. Both knees are bent, knees can be stacked. You can have your left arm bent, supporting your head with your left hand, or you can extend your left arm long. And then bend into your right knee and take hold of the top of the right ankle with your right hand. Draw your heel back towards your right side of your lower back. If this in any way bothers your knee, walk your knee forward, walk your leg a little forward. Good. And so what we're doing here is we're gently releasing our quadricep muscles. Really important when we think about letting go in the neck and the shoulders. And this is such a beautiful pose because at the same time you're letting go in your quads, so we can do more back bends in a little bit, you're going to externally rotate your right shoulder. So that means draw it forward a little bit and then up towards your ear and then back behind you. Good, and you feel that. Can you feel that? That's like an opening in the right pectoralis muscle. Let your jaw relax. We've got 5 more breaths here. Good job. Keep going. Eyes can be closed or find a place to land your eyes. Last one here. Inhale. Nicely done. And exhale, we're going to release it. You'll flip onto the other side. So laying onto your right side now, and it's your right arm underneath your head, either elbow bent and then reaching away a little bit, or you can have your right arm fully extended. I like the elbow bent because it allows me to position myself to open the chest a little bit. So I'll walk you through that, but bend your left knee, take hold of the top of the left foot or shin, and then draw the upper chest back. So on the other side, we emphasize the shoulder. That positions you for this. You're pressing your thoracic spine forward a little bit. Breathing here. Nice. Keep the breath active. Flex your toes. Even if they're in socks, you can still flex them. That's great. Stay with it now. Big breath in. Big breath out. Relaxing the jaw. Good. Take 3 more breaths. Nice. And release. Nicely done. So laying onto your back. Knees are bent. Take your arms up overhead and breathe here. Now, you can bend your elbows or have your elbows long. It's up to you. And you just want breath and you want to feel when your arms are overhead, whether or not your elbows are bent or straightened, that your upper chest is lifting a little bit, lifting towards the ceiling. And if that's not happening naturally, then allow yourself to gently create that emphasis. So you can press down on your elbows. If your elbows are bent, press them into the floor. Press the back of your hands into the floor. And then act like you're drawing your shoulder blades that are behind you forward and up. Big breath. Exhale. Then take opposite hand, opposite elbow, and you're going to draw your elbows over to the right, like T.S. Little says, like an old-fashioned typewriter, right? So you're going to draw them over to the right, and then you're going to turn your head left. Gently. You don't have to go too far. And then come back to center. And then we'll go to the other side. Elbows go to the left. Head turns right. And then back through center. Let's go slow-mo again. One more time in slow-mo on each side. Head's looking left. Come back through center. Elbows to the left, head gently turns right. And now we're going to do it again, except we're going to move with a little bit of momentum. So one big motion and back through center. Keep going. And back through center. Your shoulders stay on the floor and you're moving through center. Relaxing your jaw. Slowly turning your head as your elbows move to the opposite direction 2 more times. And you can go at a pace that feels right for you. Good, and back through center, arms are down. Take a full breath here. Exhale the breath away. Take your hands now and interlace them at the back of your head and pin your elbows to the floor. If interlacing them makes it feel too constricted in the chest, then you don't have to have them interlaced. Just have your fingertips gently pressing into the back of your head. And in any case, you're dropping your elbows down towards the floor, pushing them into the floor gently, and that lets you pop up through the thoracic spine. So your upper and middle back is starting to lift off of the mat. You'll feel also your lower back will arch. This is okay. And then release. Letting your elbows not press in and then dropping your tailbone so it loops slightly up. And let's do that 2 more times. So pressing elbows in, press, lift chest, and then release. Good, let's go again. Press elbows, lift chest, and release. Really nice. Okay, now we're ready to break out the ball. Here we go. Press yourself up, by turning onto your side and pushing your hand down. And now we're going to take the ball and place it in front of us. We'll do 1 downward dog just to open up through the back of the legs. You can have your knees bent or straight. Toes are out, toes are in, heels are out, cores engaged for 3. 2, hands are shoulder width apart or wider. And 1, really nice. We're going to lay down next, or sit down, kneel down next to the ball. Place your right elbow on the ball and scooch it out so that you're going to wind up on the right shin, right thigh, and then your left leg is long behind you. You can reach your right arm away from you. You can hold onto a wall, and then left arm is up and over. Beautiful side stretch for the lats, the upper lats. This is Svasana modification on the ball. Reaching your left arm away. Keep your core engaged, drop your tailbone. That's it. Nice job. 5 more breaths. And slowly bend that left elbow. Come on out of it. You can roll the ball out and then swap sides. So kneeling next to the ball, left elbow on the ball to begin. A little more stability. Reach yourself up, right? So you're picking your legs up, your hips up. Left leg stays on the floor. Right leg reaches long. Left arm can come up and over. Right arm can come over. Good, and breathing. So you're spinning right ribs to the ceiling. This is also great for our obliques. Stay with it now. Can you feel the emphasis? The ball is doing some really magical work. It's releasing through compression the latissimus dorsi and the posterior part of serratus. So this is fabulous. All the while, the right side is getting this gorgeous lengthening. So great. So stay with it. If your neck feels like it needs more support, just bend your left arm and hold on to the back of your head. 2 more breaths here. Nicely done. We're going to come down and we're going to go back to the first side. A little modification here. So reaching, right elbow, right hand holding the back of your head. Up onto the right knee, right shin. Left arm reaches up and over. If it's okay with your neck,
you're going to hold on to that left elbow and draw your left elbow and left arm away from you. So the right hand holds on to that forearm and then draws it away as if you're trying to draw your bicep, your left bicep, over your top of your ear. 2 more breaths. Good. Now we're going to take that left arm down onto the thigh, bend your right elbow, place your head in your right hand, and then lift that left leg up off the floor. Now you're strengthening external hip flexors on both sides. You'll definitely feel this on the left, maybe the right for 3. Good. Stay with it. 2 and 1. Nicely done. Put that left leg down. We'll roll the ball out and over. Go on to the other side. Here we go. Starting nice and simple. And you can always return to the first pose we did on the ball. So left leg is on the mat, right leg is long, left hand supports your head, right arm reaches up and over. And then once you feel steady, take hold of the right forearm with your left hand. Elbow must drop. Good. Reach that right arm away. Feel that this is opening up through the pectoralis muscle on the right side of your chest. The chest side that's looking up towards the ceiling is getting a little opening here. And then for the last 3, ready? Pick up that right leg. If it feels okay to. Here we go. For 3, 2, woo! Last one. And release. Nicely done. And if the balance is a little funky, so, we have fun with it. Okay, coming back into a downward facing dog. Roll the ball out in front of you. Legs are long behind you, or you can have your knees bent. Good, and then we'll come down onto our knees. This time we're going to put the ball at our backs onto our shins. So you could, and I'm going to recommend if you're working on hardwoods, that you put your knees on a blanket so that they don't have to take pressure from the hardwoods. And then, knees on the blanket, take your ball behind you, place it behind you as such, and you're going to hold on to the ball. It could be at your feet, on your feet, it could be on your shins, and then you're opening up through your chest. Here, so this is camel with the ball. And play with the placement of your arms. You can reach them long. You can keep your elbows bent, lifting up through the chest. Nice back bend. And then release it. The ball goes way back behind you. I'm going to put my ball against this little bench here. And then the ball goes behind you. You're pressing your back into the ball. Take your hands, interlace them at your head, and then draw your elbows up towards the ceiling. So you can feel this now is vertically going to open up pectoralis muscles. Take your thumbs and place them right in those little divots, the occipital lobes there, and just gently massage. Elbows are reaching to the ceiling. Breathing here. So your hands support your head as you create this beautiful openness in the chest and the upper back. Good, keep breathing. 5 more breaths here. This is great. Stay with it now. Feel the ball supporting your back. Your entire spinal column is being supported by the ball, so you can use that support to open up your chest and breathe here. Last big breath. Inhale. Get that breath all the way down to the lowest lobes of your lungs. And exhale. Now slowly, first we're just going to tilt the chin so the chin's more parallel to the floor, and then take your arms down and come back upright. Really good. Let's go back into a downward facing dog.
Another full breath. Imagining that your thoracic spine is dropping down towards the floor. And then bending into your knees, we'll come into a crescent lunge or a warrior one on the ball. So I'm going to do a warrior one. I want a little more stability today, so that's my choice, but you can keep that back heel lifted if you prefer a crescent lunge. Sitting on the ball, and then arms reach up overhead. Join your hands together if possible. Get them tall and long, and then drop your hands back behind you so your elbows look up at the ceiling. Breathe here. And then reach them back up, hands down to your heart. We're going to rearrange, turn this into a warrior two. So now your back heel is kind of kicked back slightly. Your right heel goes right through the ball if you were to draw a line to the mid inner heel or inner arch. Then arms are out to the side. Reverse your warrior, up and back, and then come into your Parsva. Nice, very good. So right forearm on the top of the right thigh. Take your left hand, bring it up towards your upper chest, and then over your ear, bicep over ear, spin the left ribs. Doesn't this look familiar? Right? We did this with the ball on our knees. Now take your back hand, take your left hand, bend your left elbow, and let yourself use your head as a slight leverage point to open up even more into that left pectoralis muscle. Often neck tension and shoulder tension is the gripping in the pectoralis muscles. So we're unlocking that. We're opening that for you. Here you go. 5 more breaths. Good. Stay with it. And 1. Nicely done. Slowly, slowly, core is engaged. You come up, relax, let it all kind of drop down. All that energy, all that work you just did, let yourself just absorb it. Nice. And then we'll swap sides. So let's go warrior one. For crescent lunge with the left foot forward. Definitely slippier with socks on, but warmer. So, you know, we got to choose our heart. When you're ready, your arms elevate, inhale, lift, and then bend your elbows and have your thumbs drop down. Elbows reach up, tailbone drop down. Last big breath here. You can move the back of your head into your hands a little bit. And then release it. Arms are up to the ceiling. Nicely done. Let's come to a warrior two here. Arms are out. Find your footing. Find that balance. Use the ball. So you can actually squeeze your inner thighs into the ball or press your feet away from each other as a way to create a little more stability for yourself here. Exhale all the breath out. And your next inhale, you'll reverse the warrior. Yes, and then come directly into your Parsva. Good. Dropping the left ribs, opening up through the right side, then bend that right elbow. Use your hand at the back of your head to support your head and neck as you draw the right elbow upward towards the ceiling. So good. Breathe with it. You're doing great. Stay with you now. Here we go. 5 more breaths. Yes, last big breath. Inhale. Nicely done. Exhale slowly. Come on up. Let your core help you get up. And then we'll come into Prasarita Padottanasana on the ball. So your feet are 3 to 4 feet away from one another. The ball is out in front of you. Or you could have your elbows on the ball and drop your head onto the top of the ball. Having your top of your head on the ball can be very soothing. Take 3 more big breaths. And bend your knees, rolled up ball in. Your left arm stays on the ball. Your right hand takes hold of your right hip. Bend into your left knee and spin your chest towards the right, towards the ceiling. Once you get there, you can reach that right arm out and up if you like. This is sort of a final pose of, we did a lot of work to open up through the pecs. So here we are. And then you can re-straighten that left leg if you like. Lift your chest away from the ball. Stay with it now. Here we go. 3. And closing it up. Nicely done. Pause. Let everything settle. And then we'll swap sides. So right arm is down. Left hand onto your left hip. Spin your left ribs to the left. Bend the right knee. Let your left ribs reach to the ceiling, reach slightly behind you, and then lengthen out if you like that left arm, and lengthen out if you like the right knee. So you make it yours. You can go where you like with the pose. Feels so good. Breathe with it. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Good. And then closing it back up. And here we go. Let's come onto the floor. Nicely done. We'll come to seated, and you could sit on a blanket. Sort of recommend that. And you can have the ball behind you if you're pressing it into a like a bench or a wall. And that, in fact, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the ball behind me, press it into the wall. This is a seated figure 4, and then your right ankle is across your left leg. Hands are behind you, and you're pressing forward with your chest. So from the side, the ball is likely going to slip out. Actually, I hope it doesn't, but it might. So I've run over by ball, and then, but you need to be pressing it into the wall or a couch, and that's what it looks like from the side. So we'll take 3 more breaths here. And then swap sides, so right hand foot is down and drawing the left ankle across. The more you cinch your chest up towards your shin, the more intense this stretch becomes. Flex your left toes back, breathing here. Open up through your chest a little bit more. We'll take 1 more big breath. And exhale, really nicely done. Both legs long down the mat. Take the ball with you. We're going to do our favorite shavasana on the ball. So, Viparita Kirani. So good. Sounds like something you'd order in a restaurant, but it is not. But it is delicious. So, put your shins on the ball. Have your knees bent, arms down alongside you, something under your head. And then just let it all just drop. So what you have here is an opportunity to drop in, to let go, to soften and release. Feel your body from the inside out. Make any adjustments as needed and drop in even more deeply. And take one more big breath here. Letting the breath go. And then come off of the ball. And we'll turn it into a mini meditation. So use your blanket up against the wall, the ball up against the wall. You're going to sit on the little blanket as a perch. But that ball provides such a beautiful meditation tool. Good. Yes. And then allow your eyes to close. Your legs are comfortably seated. You can do crisscross applesauce, cross-legged position, half svasana. And then just breathe. And feel your sitting bones dropping down. Feel your breath. Crown of the head reaches to the ceiling, but the chin stays level, parallel to the floor. Your hands can rest comfortably. You can even feel softness through your face, the skin on your face, along the sides of your face. Releasing through your throat, mouth, relaxing your tongue. Bringing your attention to the space in between your eyebrows. The Ajna chakra, place of intuition, wisdom. Intuitiveness is profound. So you're just bringing your attention there. And breathing into that space as if it was a wheel spinning towards your left, opening, receptive. If you feel any tension in your neck or shoulders, you can certainly work that out. And then come back to your stillness. Drink in your own moment, your own energy here. Notice how you feel. Bringing your thoughts right back here. So you have communion with you at the highest level. And then just bring yourself back to the sensation of your breath moving through your body. And you can stay in a meditation longer as you like. You can join your hands together, bow forward, namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I'll see you next time.